Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and I'm here with a review of Torinto on Xbox. Now this was released on the 24th of the 5th, 2023, published by Eastasiasoft Limited, who were kind enough to send me a copy for this video review, so big thank you to them for that. The game was developed by Leaf Team Games and it's a run and gun game. Basically you run through the levels, blasting your way through enemies at an astounding rate, and it's set in a besieged medieval kingdom. Now the plot is a very basic one that doesn't really get touched on too much, but basically an evil wizard named Malzer has stolen all the hearts of the kingdom's people. You play as one of the few heroes who is able to fight off this dark magic because they're strong enough to do that, and it's up to you to fight back, defeat the evil wizard Malzer, and return all of their hearts to the people, bringing peace to the world basically. So in this game you will run through a selection of different levels, and one thing I did like about this game is it has a very saying a Mega Drive-esque Sonic feel to it. Like the level names highly remind me of the Green Hill Zone and stuff like that when you're playing Sonic, and at the end of every sort of couple of areas you will get a boss fight very similar to like how Robotnik would turn up. Now you play as this little knight with a big fat head and a helmet, and your core attack is throwing like swords or like daggers at people. Now as you're playing you will be able to pick up power-ups which give you more power to your attacks, and also a variety of different bombs. Now you can also upgrade these bombs as well, so you get like there's an ice bomb, like a poison bomb, and like an explosive bomb. Now as you pick up these new ones they will replace the ones you've currently got, and you can sort of store as many of them as possible depending on how many you use and pick up. Now, enemies will just keep flooding at you as you're playing. You defeat a load of them and then it'll pop up saying go, very much like Streets of Rage did back in the day once you've cleared enough enemies to move on to the next zone. You'll get like mini sort of stronger bosses that are take a few more hits than the standard enemies, but they aren't like standalone bosses. You're fighting catapults, you're fighting like giant robot-esque sort of steam enemies. It's really cool, and like it looks very hand-drawn. It looks like a painting you're playing really, and I did like that about the game. Now gameplay wise it's very simple. You literally just run, jump and attack. You can duck, so you can duck and from attacks. You can throw forwards, backwards and upwards, so you can get flying enemies. There are enemies in towers and stuff like that, and that's about it. It is a very repetitive game after a while, but it's a fun one for a little bit. Now it's also a very easy 1000 gamer score. You can pick up the full 1000G probably in about half an hour to an hour depending on how quick you get through it. There aren't a huge amount of levels in the game. I think there's 4 different environments to play through. Each one has a few different sort of zones with a boss at the end. You can also play this in co-op with a friend, which is cool. I only played this solo, but looking at the store and when I was playing it did say press start for player 2. So it may add a bit more enjoyment to it doing it with a friend. But compared to some of the other run and gun games I've played, it isn't as sort of in-depth, or there isn't as much content as you would find in them, and also you're never 100% like overthrown or overswarmed by enemies, so it's a little bit thin. But if you can pick it up at the right price, I highly recommend it. Now it's priced at £4.19, normally playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S consoles. Supports smart delivery and it's optimised for Series X and S with 4K resolution and 60 FPS. So if you want to waste an hour but have a bit of fun and grab 1000G with a fun little sort of run and gun game with some cool like designed bosses and a unique art style, this may be right up your alley. But if you're a veteran run and gunner, you may feel like it's a bit barren in terms of extra content that you would find in other games. But that's it for this video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more content. Bye for now.